Hello, friends! We are so close to a real release. Can you hear it? It is nearly there. Just a few bugs are left.
When you come to the website, you are greeted by the API key setup. For now, you have to provide your own API key from either of the listed providers. The key will always stay on your browser. All requests to the AI providers will be made directly from your browser. If you first want to have a look around, please choose the free provider. It uses the free DeepSeek model on my OpenRouter account, and as such is often rate limited.
Let's start with the menu. At the very top, you have the API settings, where you can see your current provider and model. You can set the mode here or change the provider and set the temperature. You can also set the image model or select a different provider for image generation. Please make sure you use a model like Gemini Flash Image or Seedream for consistent characters.
You also have a debug switch, which will show you all prompts sent to the AI provider, and you can switch between a light and dark theme. In case you encounter a bug, please go to Report a Problem and try to fill in as much information as possible so I can fix it.
Let's create a character. You can pre-select different types, a classic fantasy, an anime, and a realistic one. Also, you can set the language the character is written in, and you can select if the character is supposed to be for regular or NSFW roleplay. Write a character description. Be as descriptive as ye like to be. I do like to start generic and then refine it later. Once you're done, you can enable the creation of the additional fields, like the message examples.
Look, Alara Meadowlight is created. You can see all our characteristics.
Further down, you see the additional fields, like the greetings and message examples. Here you see the image description of the character, both for a natural image generation as well as a stable diffusion prompt you can copy and paste.
Let's say we want to change the character. We can either go directly into the fields and edit, or open the AI Edit button. Here, we can describe in natural language how we want the character to be different.
All changed fields are highlighted. The image prompt isn't updated automatically. If the look of the character is changed, you need to manually update it. Let's see how Alara looks like. Every character has a base image. You can choose if the image should be generated in fantasy style, anime, or realistic. Oh look, that's me! For more advanced use, you need to create a login. You can do this
either via email or use your Google account.
Now, back to images. Once you have a base image, you can create additional images of the character. As mentioned, make sure you have the right image model. It should be marked with Image Edit.
Then you select the image you want your variant to be based upon and the way it should be modified. You have a pre-selection and you can manually define it. Let's start with CNL Lara in the Define scenario.
Let's do something more fun. Let me show you a selfie I did earlier. You can also auto-create a complete SillyTavern expression set. Select the image it should be based on and click Generate Pack. It will then start generating all images and you can see the status on the sidebar. You can interrupt it anytime and restart. Click on Download Zip to download the expression pack. From the menu, you can also access the list of your characters. Don't forget to save the character whenever you did some changes. You can then export the character as JSON, Markdown source code, or PNG. If you want to test your character, you can click on the Test Character button and you are now in a chat with it with some basic functionality. If you are logged in, the chat is being saved. When you are logged in, there are some additional menu items. Under Account, you can change your profile picture and your name, and also set a system prompt which is sent with every request to the AI. In addition, you can set an additional prompt for the chat with the character. Here, you can also see a log of all requests being made with all providers and a summary. From the menu, you can also access the list of your characters. From here, you can set the sharing options of the character. By default, they're private. You can set the status to public, which currently doesn't have a functionality, and status link. You can share the link either to the character view page or to the export JSON.
After lagging in, you also have 2 additional character types, world/lore and import. Selecting world/lore, you can upload an up to 10 megabytes large description of the world your character is supposed to live in. You can also import existing characters or self-written character descriptions.
One more option. When AI editing a character, you can also try to reduce the token size of the character. This option is experimental. One last feature. If you have more than one characters, you can copy images from one to another. I have created also a knight. Let's get one of his photos over into the gallery. You can now create variants based on T characters. Just select both and describe how they should interact. In manual edit mode, you need to explicitly tell to drop the sign. Excellent! That was fun. Please test and let me know how you like it, what is missing and what is not working.
Oh, finally. How many bloody times did we do this? It feels like we did the walkthrough at least 1,000 times. Because you talk about visual novels and can't even get the happy path right. And what's the thing with this Irish accent? That's your stereotype about witches. Really? And that dumb knight almost caught me with his stupid sword.